And ladies and gentlemen, so this part 2 of this tutorial series is going to be on quality of evidence. And this is going to help you when you go to plan for your actual essay in the pre-write, which is resource number 4. So before we begin, let's take a look very briefly at a paragraph. It's about the issue that I discussed in the previous tutorial about juvenile crime. And there are 2 big issues with this paragraph. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the paragraph. I'm going to read it. And I'm going to give you a few moments to think about what the problems are. So before I show it to you, I want you all to conceive of this paragraph as a body paragraph, like a TIAC style paragraph, very similar to what you guys have been doing in class. The problem of juvenile crime can therefore only be solved by removing those factors that cause it. Governments need to spend more on social benefits, but more importantly, they need to create employment so both parents and children feel that they are part of society and can contribute towards it and benefit from it. Improvements in education are vital as well, so that children from even the most disadvantaged homes have a base and can be given encouragement and the opportunity to succeed in life. Governments can do little to stop the decline in the traditional family, but improved social conditions might allow more families to stay together. So, if this was a body paragraph in the essay that I would write using the thesis that I created in the last tutorial, what would be the problem with this paragraph? So take a few moments to think about it. Now, let me ask you a guiding question. If you were to tell me exactly what the topic was in this paragraph, would you be able to pinpoint it to one particular topic? Also, what is it missing? Try to answer those 2 questions. Okay, so now that you've had a little bit of think time, let's talk about this. The paragraph itself has some really good points. However, the paragraph seems to be made up of a lot of points, but it's really hard to pinpoint which one is the main point, the main topic. The other part that is unfortunate about this paragraph is although it makes some really good points, there is no evidence to back up what it's trying to argue. So, in short, this paragraph is missing a topic sentence, and it's also missing evidence. And so, this paragraph needs some work. So, if we were to look at this paragraph, what could we boil down the main idea to, or the topic? So let's actually read it one more time together. And as I'm reading, I want you to try to pinpoint an actual topic that we could create a topic sentence out of. The problem of juvenile crime can therefore only be solved by removing those factors that cause it. Governments need to spend more on social benefits, but more importantly, they need to create employment so both parents and children feel that they are part of society and can contribute towards it and benefit from it. Improvements in education are vital as well, so that children from even the most disadvantaged homes have a base and can be given encouragement and the opportunity to succeed in life. Governments can do little to stop the decline of the traditional family, but improved social conditions might allow more families to stay together. So, think about it for just a moment. If we could revise this and make it a little bit more clear for a main idea or a topic, it might look something like this. Education and social programs are the keys to preventing juvenile crime. So, there you go. That would be a very clear topic sentence. And to get this aligned fully in the TIAC style, we would need to add evidence. And right now, this paragraph is missing evidence. So now that we've talked about how to revise the paragraph to make it even more in the TIAC style, let's talk about the quality of evidence and the type of evidence that you need to make sure that you include in this essay. When you're dealing with a persuasive essay, you have to make sure that the evidence that you put is real life. It's not just not just anecdotal, meaning it doesn't just apply to one or two people, but it needs to be factual, it needs to be data driven, and it needs to apply to a lot of people. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 3 pieces of evidence, and I want you to think which of these would go best in the paragraph that we just read. Okay, so which of these would go best in the paragraph that we just read? Again, our revised topic sentence is, education and social programs are the keys to preventing juvenile crime. So what piece of evidence would go best with that topic sentence? So here we go. Evidence A. Speaking from my own perspective, my education has kept me out of compromising situations. While several of my friends have engaged in illegal activity as a result of peer pressure, I instead have put my energy into school as an outlet for my energy. Now, just to be clear, I'm not talking about myself. This is a sample piece of evidence from a fictitious person. Moving on to option B. According to the Center for Juvenile Justice, urban neighborhoods across the United States that have implemented social programs like counseling, community sports, art classes, etc., have seen a decline in juvenile crime by almost 20% since the year 2000. Option C, it has been found that in urban neighborhoods, young men and women are 5 times more likely to commit a serious crime. So let's one more time go back up to the topic sentence. Education and social programs are the keys to preventing juvenile crime. So which piece of evidence is the most persuasive and best supports that particular topic sentence? Take a minute to decide. Okay, so now that you've had some think time, hopefully you chose option B. Option B would be a perfect piece of evidence to prove the topic sentence because it is on topic, also because it uses data. Now the second is actually option A. Okay, while it is an anecdote and it speaks for one person, the reason why this one is the second choice is because it is on topic. And while, again, it might be speaking for one or two people, you can think if you put evidence B and A together, it would make for a really persuasive argument. Now, letter C, hopefully you didn't choose that one. It is a data-driven piece of evidence. However, it's actually off topic. It's kind of close to the topic of juvenile crime, but it's not specific to the particular topic sentence, which is that education and social programs are the keys to preventing juvenile crime. You see in option C that it talks about juvenile crime, but it does not talk about the prevention of juvenile crime. So what you take away from this lesson is, first, that you need to make sure that you have a very clear topic sentence and structure in your paragraph. If you're following the TIAC structure, then you should be just fine. But you also need to make sure that you have the best evidence that you can have for your particular topic. If you're trying to persuade your audience, which you are doing, then you need to make sure that your evidence is data-driven, not just particular to one or two people. And just to remind you guys of what sources you have in front of you, the Pew Research articles have a lot of data-driven evidence that you can use to prove your point. So, of course, I'll be available for questions, and this is the end of your second installment of tutorial.